Hello and welcome to John Boy's Radio and Electronics Workbench. What do we got today? Well, today we have a newer little radio I just wanted to share, and see what other people thought about this piece. It is a President Taylor FFC. It has some interesting features. I'll go through them. It actually does claim to work from 12 to 24 volts, and I have tested that, and yes, it does. Works fine at 24 volts. It's just a regular 40-channel AM radio, and you can see by the propaganda on the front, it's engineered to be the very best. I love it. 2 to 3 year warranty. So this one's probably 3 or 4 years old. Customer brought it in and dropped it off. He said, "Here, play with this." I said, "Okay." So that's what we're gonna do. Move that out of the way. See if I can close in here a little bit. Get this guy here. Okay, so 40-channel radio, volume, has this thing called auto squelch. So I assume, we'll put it on the air and find out how it works, but I assume that as the signal gets down to a certain place, it squelches automatically, and it can distinguish between noise and signal. I'm going to leave it off for now. The volume kind of works in steps. It has a CB switch, PACB, and this middle one here is talkback. So you can do talkback with this radio. That's the talkback level, I think. Nope, that's a channel. Okay, that's weird. Went from TV to talkback and it went to channel 1. I did it again. That's kind of weird. Oh, okay. Maybe the talkback is the level. So you go to talkback, and then you can adjust it. Well, it shows you what level the talkback is. That's what's going on. I haven't played with this too much, but it's all these things, menu-driven things, have all kinds of fun stuff in them. I'm going to leave the talkback off for now. Okay, it has a Roger beep in it. I'll show you what that sounds like. I think. Nope, it's not on. So let's go into the hit the function menu once, and it brings you into the menu, and then you can adjust. With this, you go through and you can adjust, click through and see what all there is. If you hit the F again when you're in a certain place, it'll blink, and you can change the color on this one. See, it says color. You know, all the different colors that you can put into it. Go through them a couple of times. Kind of interesting. And then the next one is the dim, which of course is self-explanatory. It just is the display dim, or you can turn it off. And then we go to the next one. This is the key beep. You can turn it on or off, so that when if you turn it off, off, there we go. Now you don't hear it beeping anymore. I'll leave that back on. And then the next one's a Roger beep. We can turn that on and see what it sounds like. That cute. Yep, that's the Roger beep. Roger beep is, I'll turn the Roger beep back off. Press that again. This is your SWR function, so you can check your SWR. Now these are the EMG channels. There's a switch over here that allows you to program 2 channels that you can get to with a flip of a switch. So EMG 1 and EMG 2 you can program to whatever you want. This one's I think EMG 1 is 19. lost it again. There we go. There it is. EMG1 is 9, EMG2 is 19. You can change that to anything you want. So it's on this switch over here. And the volume control for your volume L. That's got to be something to do with something. Oh, that's the Vox. Okay, yeah. The Vox. So this thing has Vox on it. So if you don't know what that is, that's voice operated transmit. So I'll show you how that works in a bit. You have to press and hold the Vox key, and it will come up. See, so that's to turn the Vox level. That's the sensitivity. So you can change the sensitivity. I'm just going to leave it on the thing that it reset to. And this is the PA set. I'm not sure what that is. Something to do with the PA. I was looking at the instruction manual, couldn't find anything on it. And the mic TP. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's the mic gain. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah. There's a dynamics. So if you don't like this microphone, you can change to a dynamic microphone like a D104 M6B, or even a Silver Eagle, and you can change this to dynamic. Right now it's in electret. This is the electret mic that's in the main microphone. It's a little tiny thing. It's right inside that hole right there. See. So that's that part. And the preset AL. Oh, that's the reset. Okay, so if you want to reset the machine back to factory, this is where you come to do that. And that's it. That's pretty much it for that. So, come on. Okay. So how do I get out of there? It'll come out by itself. So we'll just wait on it here. Reset. That. All those again, and then. There we go. Okay. So this has weather channels in it. You hit the weather channel. It's got weather channels. Some people like that. It also has a USB jack right over here. USB jack. It's got a little cover on it. You can take that cover off, and you can plug in your phone or your laptop, whatever you want to charge, and it'll charge at 2 amps. It's kind of a neat feature. And of course it has an NBNL in 2 stations. That's pretty cool. I like that. And let's show you the Vox here. So the Vox works like this. Okay, so in order for the Vox to work, you have to put this into the ASC mode, like that, automatic squelch, and then press the F long. Goes into Vox, and now when you talk, it automatically goes into transmit. Audio. I've got a little feedback going through this other radio there, boo, just to see what it sounds like. I'll turn that back down. Okay. And that's kind of most of the functions of it. Let's get rid of the Vox now. There is a other mode that you can get into for all you guys who like to mess around with stuff. Okay, so you turn the radio off. Gotta have 3 hands to do this. Press this. These 2 and turn the radio on, and it goes into the service mode. This is the service manual. I don't have any of the stuff on how to change any of this stuff, but it has some stuff you step through with the up down buttons on the mic, and you can step all these down. I'm not sure what they mean. RI, AL, PL. I think one of them's modulation, but I don't want to mess with it. That's probably getting close there. There's not too many things that you can mess with in the service menu, but that's kind of all the stuff that's in it. I think there's 4 or 5 things that you can adjust in the service menu. I don't have service information on this thing, so I don't know what their codes are, what they mean. But if you like to mess around and you want to brick your radio, just make sure you write down the defaults before you change anything. Okay, because I think if you press the F key while you're in here, it allows you to change stuff. So I'm not going to change anything. I don't want to brick the radio. Okay. Next thing I want you to see is the modulation. Well, let's take a look at what's inside of this thing. Show you the inside of this radio. Just amazing what's inside. So, oh yes, let's turn this over here. Turn the tone down to keep you from, and let's cut the cover all the way off, and there it is. And there is the inside of the radio. As you can see, there isn't much in there. They really did, there's a few coils. You can see a few coils in here. Some coils. I don't know what's under there. Maybe a can. That's it. There's a 455 kilohertz IF filter. So it must be dual conversion. That makes it not bad. So I did the selectivity on this, and it's not super good, but it's about 50-60 dB. I mean, if you crank in 30 dB at 100% modulation like this, and then go off frequency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it bleeds. When you got 30, that's 30 dB plus 30. So if somebody hits you in the far red, they're going to bleed all over this radio. It just doesn't have a whole lot of side channel rejection to it. And the next thing I want you to see is the modulation. If you direct your attention to the oscilloscope, I'm going to jam at a pretty big signal here. You can see it doesn't really look super good. If you really hit it hard, it distorts, but it never gets over 80%. So it is locked on 80% modulation. And the only way I can see to get away from that is to go into the service menu and crank that up a little bit. I'm not sure what it's going to sound like, though. A lot of these newer radios with the FETs in them, you try to over-modulate them, boy, they get really, really crunchy and raspy. And this does have FETs in it, so it has the. I looked at it's one of the latest FETs that's in these things. If I can see it, I can't remember anymore. It's the 1N35, I think it is, FET. 1N35 FET, so that's good. And then the last thing I want you to see is the spectral response. Spectral response on this pretty much is pretty interesting. So as you can see, the major here, second harmonic, which is 60 dB down, and that's it. 54 megahertz second harmonic is right there. There's it. I've got it set at references set at about 25 minus 25, so you got 35, 45, 55, 65, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 dB down for the second harmonic, which is really not too bad for this peanut whistle radio. A lot of people were raving about them 3 or 4 years ago. I see a few things on the internet, but not much on it too much. So I thought I'd let you see my technical response to it. The only thing I can say is it's probably not too bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the air and let you hear what it sounds like, and we'll check that squelch out. We'll check that squelch out to see what how it works. Okay, here we are on the air. I got her hooked up to the antenna. Got her hooked up to the antenna here, so it's pretty clear. It's a little thin, tinny sounding, probably reflective of the little tiny speaker that's in there. Maybe if you put it on a bigger speaker, it would probably fill out a little bit. Let's see what we got. Channel 9, we got a bunch of skip coming in from way down south, and where they speak Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, so. All in all, it's not a bad radio. I don't think I would use it because I don't like the fact that you can't control the modulation at all. There's just nothing to that. But if you just like something to go around and listen, and you're talking car to car or something like that, this is a great radio to do that with. It's got a real small footprint. Performance is pretty good. Receives pretty good, actually. So let's try the squelch. Okay, there's the auto squelch. I think I got it set pretty high. You can change that in the menu. There it is. So this is kind of set to where it recognizes noise, and then it tries to distinguish the noise from the signal. So yep, it kind of cuts them out. There's probably a sensitivity adjustment in there. I didn't mess with it. It's all set up factory. A lot of junk on channel 19. Yep, the auto squelch doesn't really, you'd have to play with it. There we go. So, well, he come in pretty hot there, so he broke through it. He broke through it. That's auto squelch. So it does kind of work. I suppose, like I said, you could fine tune it in the service or not service menu, but the main menu. There is an instruction manual that came with it, and it's in a few languages. It's a little bit hard to read, but .26 is a pretty big channel around here to listen for people, and overall the radio, it's okay. And that's pretty much all I got for this guy. So there you have it. The Taylor, President Taylor FFC 12 to 24 volt United States version. And that's all I got for you today on this one. So everyone have a good day. God bless. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Bye now.